Recording progress.
Right. Good morning, gentlemen. Now, today we will have interview of Rahul Jangid. He's from Jhunjhuu, Rajasthan. His father is Subedar in Indian Army. Mother is a homemaker. He has got two sisters. Firstly, MSc Physics, and second one is MCom. Both of them are housemaker. He himself has done 10th with 56%, 12th with 55%, and he has finally gone on upgraded himself to a graduate level at 65%. So gradual improvement from his past to now. He he plays basketball and taekwondo. He talks about it, and he also has participated in athletics. And he talks about other activities that he gets. He says parade. Well, that's we'll talk about it later on. Then donation campaign and the other various activities that he has been involved. He is now appearing for SSB for joining Indian Army. So we all hand over to the Captain Sasi for onward journey. We all remain muted except for Captain Sasi and Rahul. And others will keep noting down their observation, and at the end we'll come back to right then. It's all yours, Sasi.
Right, sir. Thank you. Good morning, Rahul. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. Good morning. How are you, sir?
Very fine. So you are right now presently located in Jhunjhuu?
Sir, there's a tehsil called Chirawa under Jhunjhuu district.
Okay.
I'm here, sir. Yes, sir.
So if I have to tell you to tell me something about your place, describe it. So how will you go about it?
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, Chirawa is a place, as I said, comes under district Jhunjhunu. It's a tehsil. It's equally distant from Delhi and Jaipur, around 220 kilometers. It is well connected with railways also. If you come to Chirawa, you can come by, as I said, from road and this thing, railways also, through railways also. And Chirawa, as it is said that it is one of the well-settled town under Rajasthan, comes under Rajasthan, and yes, it has people, prominent people who have grown to bigger businessmen such as Birlas, Piramals, Podars, Goenkas, Khaitans, and many others. These people have also contributed to Chirawa's growth. As if I may say that school such as Dalmia School, which is very old, it was established in 1920, if I'm right. There is also a college, Chirawa College, which is also very old. Talking about the sweets part, sir, we have a very, very famous sweet called Peda, which is made by Lalchand since 1950. Then we have few other sweets, not sweets, but chaats, samosas and other things. And that's all about Chirawa, sir.
Okay. Why have you selected army as a choice?
Sir, my father is in the army, sir. He's a Subedar. My grandfather was also in the army, sir. He also got to the rank of Subedar. And I have grown up seeing the uniform, sir. Few of my cousins are also in the army. And I have grown up seeing the army uniform specifically. So that is one reason, sir.
Okay, so family tradition wants to continue with that. Perfect. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we'll be interacting with each other like for 45 minutes or so. And our conversation would basically be in English. But if you need to explain something, you can take help of Hindi and revert back to English as soon as possible. Okay. When you go for interview, there'll be a glass bottle kept with water and all. Should you feel the need to drink water and all, you can take a sip or two, because sometimes when speaking, it dries up your throat. So during the next 45 minutes or so, we'll be talking more about you, covering areas like education, spare time interests, hobbies, etc. in detail. Though I have gained some information about you after going through the PIQ form that you had filled at the time of your arrival, you may not talk freely about yourself and your activities in greater detail. Suppose you tell me about your education, starting from class 8th onwards and working up to your present level of education. I would be interested in knowing about the subject chosen after class 8, 10th, after class 10th, the percentage scored in various examinations, and the subjects chosen for future studies. I would also like to know about your future career options. Talk about your participation in extracurricular activities, games, sports, etc., and any special achievements in them. Mention about the teacher that you liked the most and those who did not impress you much. I would also be interested in knowing about your friend circle that you moved with, while at school, college, or hostel. Who are your close friends and why do you consider them so? Any difficulties in financing your education and such other things.
Yes, sir. Sir, I start from 8th class. I'll talk collectively of my school, sir. I had been someone who was not much interested, or should I say, not mature enough to realize that I was I had responsibility to fulfill, to study. Through studying, I was not good in studies, sir. Then I would talk about the teachers I didn't like. I liked and I didn't like. I'm sorry. So there are few teachers that I would name. First, a Gopa teacher. Her name was Gopa Guha. She was from Bengal. So, yes. So Gopa teacher. Why I liked her? She was our teacher from 7th to 10th. This was the very first time in our school that our teacher is continuing for this long time. So first thing, she inspired us, all of the class, for reading novels, sir. Even though although I started reading novels very late in my life, but that was the inspiration I got from her. She used to tell that I used to read novel all the time. I'm sorry, don't get me wrong, but she used to tell me that, tell us that she would read novel even when she was in the washroom, even when she was having dinner with her parents, all the time. Her parents used to get irritated with her for her manner of reading novels. So that was one thing. Second thing, the way she used to catch us in our mischiefs, that manner was very impressive in those days for us. Whatever we did, she would call us individually and ask for our own stories, and that's how we used to get caught, because we didn't land up in the same story. So that thing. Second thing, second teacher I would name Mahipal sir. He was a Subedar in the army. He was our sports teacher. He was a very dedicated person. I was taught basketball, not specifically basketball, but he was someone who taught us that basketball is a game of 45 to 48 minutes, sir. He used to teach us, tell us that if you want to be active in the entire match, you have to build a stamina of 90 minutes so that you don't get tired or fall less in stamina. So I remember that thing. That was one thing about Mahipal sir. He was very dedicated all through his service and even after in our school. Then I would move on to the percentage part, sir. As I said, I didn't score much in my school time, sir. But after, when I got to the college, I realized that I couldn't clear NDA even once, and I realized that I have to study. But that thing became very, very difficult for me. But eventually, in my college, every year I improved. In my first year, I scored 58%. In second year, 65%, and in third year, 72%, sir. So I realized that I really can do, and I work for that, sir, and I got improvements. Then I talk about the co-curricular activities, sir. I was someone who in a way, avoiding the studies or the classes. One thing was this, and second thing was also I was interested also in the co-curricular activities. So I participated in whatever I could. And I feel I did well in all the co-curricular activities. I was good in sports also, sir, I believe. And what was I'm sorry, sir, I forgot the next question. Can you please tell me?
Talk about your friend circle. Who are your close friends? Why do you consider them so? Any difficulties in financing your education?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm sorry. Sir, I have two friends. I have many friends, but two of them are very close to me, and I'm close to them as well. Sir, one is Aman, who is my childhood friend. We met in third class, and since then we have been friends. The second one is Bharat. I met him in college. He was my senior. When I came in college, he was in second year and I was in first year. Why I consider them good friends, sir? Sir, because uh, they are someone who know me better than me when I'm in chaos. I'll explain, sir. Sir, there are times in life when we are in chaos and we find it very difficult to take a decision. We just, we land up in a place where we have so many decisions to make, and they help us, to take the right decision or the precise decision for that time being. So, reason one is this, sir. Second, we discuss personalities. This is the one thing we do a lot of time when we get to meet. We discuss personalities that you should do this, you should behave in this manner, you should talk like this, you can improve here. He would tell me my stuff where I can improve, my places where I can improve, and I would tell him that where he can improve. So these are the two things which make us very good friends. And no, sir, I didn't have any problem. I mean, my parents didn't have any problem financing my education. And can you please, I'm sorry, sir, can you please repeat the last question again?
No, we covered up everything.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so what was, can you give me some examples of advices that you got from your friend? What kind of advices you got? Like you said, you got confused and things like, so what was it? Something for me to understand.
Yes, sir. I'll tell about the last time when I got into a chaos. Sir, it was 2021 when I finished my degree. I got done with my degree in October, sir. I got my degree, the result in October 31st. I had to decide for CDS because I was feeling to clear CDS. It was about, I failed for 2 times by then. And I had to decide that I have to also give CAPF also, because, I cannot, I'm not sure that I'll make it to the academy through this entry only. So I had to choose many other options also, so as to not waste time in my life. So I was very confused, and army has been, that is something which I have seen all through my life, and I didn't want to choose another. It was becoming very difficult for me to choose other careers. So in that time, as CAPF has also a similar syllabus, if I may say in better words, that CAPF has a deeper syllabus. It has same subjects only, but in a deeper manner you have to write. So as I couldn't clear CDS, I didn't want to move on to CAPF, because that one thing in my mind that if you are not able to clear CDS, you should clear CDS, then move on to the other part. Try for this thing, you're not that late. Plus, I want to add one more chaos that happened, one more thing that caused this chaos in my mind. I have 2 cousins, they both are officers in the army, and they got commissioned at the age of 21, and I was already 22 at that time. That thing in my mind that I'm already late. My brothers at my age, they started serving. They had all, all the responsibility, and basically the uniform they had at my age. That thing was troubling me very hard. So I spoke to Bharat. Hey, bhai, what should I do at this moment? I don't understand. I want to leave this preparation. I know I will make it. My self-belief is pushing me hard. I know I can do this. I just have to, get the right strategy. And what should I do? Should I prepare for CAPF now, or should I go for other exams also? In that time, even giving AFCAT was also very difficult for me, because I just wanted to get into the army, not any other arm. So he advised me that, see, if you have many options, if you believe you can do this, go for CDS. Plus, you have to study, just a little more depth about polity, geography, and other subjects. If you believe you want to do this, do this. If you believe you don't want to do this, don't do this, don't go with others' opinions. And that was the moment I decided I'm not that late in life. It is just 22, and if I can do CDS, I will do CDS only. And after that, at the age of 23, I will decide. Next year, I gave myself one year. Next year, I will improve in all manner as I understand, and that's what is happening, sir. I cleared my CDS, and next time I am also giving CAPF and other exams.
Very
Not
nice.
wasting time.
Very nice. Okay, so what are the qualities that you like about your friends?
They are true to me. That's one thing, sir. They guide me, and I guide them. Yes, that is 50-50% share, sir. That's one thing. That they share everything as a brother, you can say, or as a, they're transparent with me, basically. That's a better word. Second, they give me good advices, sir. We discuss, we are able to discuss, not other things that देख वो क्या कर रहा है, ये क्या कर रहा है. We don't discuss all that. If we are depressed, if we are sad, we put ourselves up that we can do better. It's fine if we are late. It is fine. It is completely fine. Let's not get into the negative part. These two are the things which makes our bonding very good. I
Okay.
would consider these two things as of now, sir.
Okay. And what are the mischievous your teacher used to catch you? What kind of mischiefs you used to do?
I was the weakest in the group, I would say. Weakest in a manner that if you have a Gunda group, so I was the weakest in a manner that I would be doing less mischief, sir. So
What kind of mischief?
yes, sir, I'm thinking about that, sir. What to tell?
Your teacher used to catch you a lot of times. I mean, the group. 7
Yes,
to
sir.
12. So one example.
Not 7 to 12, sir. I did my schooling. 10th
7 to
school.
10th, I think she was there with your class.
Yes,
So
and then I changed school.
some which one you felt very embarrassed, or when you think about it, you have a smile.
Sir, there were many, and I'm finding it very difficult to recall the best one to tell. Okay, fine. I'll tell the one
Anything that
which.
comes to your mind.
Yes, sir. So there was one thing when we all many of the in 10th class, sir. 10th class was taken to a tour to Manali, sir. Manali. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. Many people were there who went, but the other couldn't afford. I was the one who couldn't afford, and I didn't go. And many of my friends were there also. So many went, and the rest of us we decided to bring phones next day, which was very, very it could become a crime in our school. It was that strict. So we decided to bring phones, and it was a planning that we will bring phones and we will use, because many of the strict teacher went. And according to us, many of the strict teacher went, and nobody as strict as the one who went was available in the school. So we were free to have fun. We bought phone, and the one teacher, Chandra Prakash, we used to call them Dudu.
Oh.
We used to call him Dudu. He surprisingly stayed, and that was one thing which became a horror to us when we saw him in the school. And we were caught, sir. We were caught, and fortunately, Gopal teacher went with the tour thing. So we were caught, and that thing became, it got stuck in our mind. We were caught, and we were paid to, we were penalized, and but they couldn't find whose plan was it. And we actually didn't do anything with the phone. We just bought, and we were planning that we would use. And that thing was a very big thing for us, bring phone and we are using in the class. That was a very big thing for us. And we got the phone, and we got caught. Everybody got caught. Suddenly, Chandra Prakash sir is coming, and he's suddenly he's checking the bags. We had no warnings. And that was a surprise, and for us that was a big thing at that moment of time. When I see this now, and this is nothing. So that is one thing I can share as of now, sir.
I know it happens, growing up boys, and they try to press limit of authority at times. They test it. So you can completely get that. Okay, tell me what happens if you don't get selected in army? What other options?
Sir, I'm planning for CAPF also. I'm considering CGL also. These are the two things. AFCAT is also one option, but if I see as your question, if I don't get selected in the arms, then I have CAPF an option. I have CGL also. And as of now, I see these two options. And if at all I don't get into any of these, I believe that I have made the base of a UPSC aspirant. I can try for civil services. Next year, I believe next year I'll decide. During this time, I'll decide that I can do civil services also, because I'll tell you the reasons. Sir, I have got to the level that I can prepare polity in 1 week, sir. I can revise the polity as much as I can teach. I can prepare geography. I can prepare science, and English also I can work. So if you ask me now, I just know nothing, but I have prepared so much general knowledge that I can prepare in 1 week. So I believe I can prepare for civil services.
So you have prepared your general knowledge. So tell me, what is the most important news that you have come across in last 1 week?
Yes, sir. Firstly, I would say that I am unaware of the current affair because I have been very busy last month. But I'll tell you what came to my ears, sir. On 9 December, China and Chinese troop and Indian troops had a clash, sir. So that is one thing came to my ears, sir. And I saw that yesterday, aquarium 15 meters high, carrying 1,500 fishes in Berlin got destroyed or accidentally it happened. So these are the two things came to my, just a moment, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, what was your subject in graduation? What was your field in graduation?
Sir, Bachelor's of Science with Physics, Chemistry and Maths.
So you majored in?
I believe I did averagely good in 3 of them, not specifically any subject, sir.
So say, for example, if all your chances go away, and you are not selected in any of the uniform services, and civil services, you said, and your father is also must be in the last leg of his service. So how do you plan to shoulder the responsibility of yourself?
Sir, there are schools in Chidawa. There is one school I have eyes on. It's called Cmde International. It's a good school. I believe that I can do teaching also there. For the part time, in the rest of the time, I can still prepare for other exams. There are what's that called? What's the word? There are no less vacancies in India, sir. I can prepare for anything, but teaching I can do. I can take tuitions also. These are the two things. If I fall to the depth, I can do teaching.
Okay.
And also I'll keep preparing, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, who is the chief of army staff?
Sir, he's from my brother's regiment, and I'm very sorry, sir. I forgot the name.
Okay, what is your father's regiment and what is their role in Indian Army?
Sir, ASC, Army Service Corps. He's in the supply part, sir. He'll supply the arms and the required other required things to the troops of. If in an active zone, he'll supply whatever is required as weapons and basically ammunition. And other things also.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. Tell me, who's the chief of defense staff, CDS?
Yes, sir. He's a Lieutenant General Chauhan, sir. I'm forgetting his first name. It starts with A. I'm very sorry. I'm not keeping aware with the current affairs.
Can CDS be a Lieutenant General?
Yes, sir. It's a 4-star rank. But earlier he was a Lieutenant General, but now he's a 4-star rank. So he can be called a CDS only, I would say. The earlier rank is behind only. That's how I see this. That's how I understood it, sir.
Okay. So which was your favorite subject in science?
Sir, I would say as of now I speak, I liked maths, sir. Even though I'm not very good in maths, I believe I'm not very good in maths. But still, that subject is something I liked. And yes, sir, maths. I would
Okay.
say
Say
maths.
in a 100-meter, a runner takes 10 seconds. So what is his speed in kilometers per hour?
36 kilometers per hour, sir.
You sure?
Give me a moment, sir.
Yeah, please.
He's taking 100, running 100 meters, sir, in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm sure. 36 kilometers per hour.
36 kilometers per hour.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, that gives me a fair idea about your education and other related activities. Now, I would be interested in knowing about your family. Tell me about the members of your family, grandparents, brothers, sisters, parents, etc. What is their general occupation? How do you spend time together? I would also be interested in knowing about the general activities, the one in which you personally get involved. Who do you approach for help if you have a problem or you want to confide? Mention about your friend circle in the neighborhood. How do you spend time together? How much of pocket money do you get and how do you spend it?
Yes, sir. I'll start with the family, sir. Sir, I have my parents, mother and father. I have two elder sisters, sir. My father is, as I said, my father is a Subedar in the army. My mother is a homemaker. My sister, who has done MSc, she not recently, she has a kid of 2 years. So earlier she was employed, and she has a very good potential, sir, in everything. She can do anything what she wants. But she's kept busy by her kid. She's very naughty. So as of now, she's a homemaker. My sister, after the elder one, Usha, she has done MCom. She's also very good with her designing stuff, sir. She likes to design and what do you say? Stitch clothes on her own. So she got married, and as of now she's keeping busy with my brother-in-law's things, and also she's preparing for her batch. What is that called? Boutique. She's also preparing for her boutique, and she's planning to work in a private boutique to learn things. I have a grandmother. My grandfather passed away in 2006. He was an honorary captain. He got honorary after his retirement. So the time I spent with my parents in what manner? Yeah, sir. I would say we are a very happy family. Whatever happens to our family, in what manner, in a positive or negative, we discuss things. We tell everybody. I'm the youngest in the family. Even I get to know, because they think because they think that I have better ideas at times. Because I tell you one small thing. This is what they have started to realize, that I would give an idea, and they would think it is not good, but later they all will fall to that idea only. So that's what they were saying recently, that ये कहता है और इसको ना हम बेवकूफ समझते हैं, लेकिन हमें आना इसके आइडिया पे पड़ता है. So that is one thing I've realized, that that's good. And talking about the moment when I feel I need advice and all sort of those things, I confide with my elder sister. She lives in Abu Dhabi, and we are very close. She's someone, I consider her as my mother only, sir. Second mother. She's someone who started taunting me since my school days. She has taught me from the early age of my school, that you have to improve here, Rahul. You have to improve here. She used to taunt me that uska bhai dekh kya kar raha hai, uska bhai dekh kya kar raha hai, wo aise kar raha hai, ye aise kar raha hai. And that thing used to come to me like an arrow, and that thing used to hurt me. But now when I see this, I have changed just because of her. She was my first teacher, and she has remained my first teacher ever since. Friends, as I said, sir, I have very few friends in my colony because there are many less people of my age. But still, I have few uncle friends. They both work in Maruti Suzuki Gurgaon plant. They come on Saturday, Sunday, and most of the time we meet. We discuss things. See, colony mein, we have to do this. We have to do this and that. All those things. Again, I'm sorry, sir. Can you please repeat the last question?
Think about it. You will recover. How do you spend time with your friends in the neighborhood? How much of pocket money do you get and how do you spend it?
Yes, sir. Pocket money thing was left. Sir, till now, I have been given money for the things I require. I get extra money also, but mostly I get the money for the things I require. So, yes, sir.
So how much do you get?
Again, sir, I said I don't get pocket money. Let's say if I have to pay my gym's fees. So my parents give it to me. If I need money for supplements, they would give me. If I need money for any other thing, let's say for shopping, so I would tell them that itne rupees lag rahe mummy, agar hain to can I please have? She would give me.
Okay, and when they refuse, what happens?
Sorry, sir. Can you please
repeat? They
repeat?
refuse.
It is fine, sir. I know my family conditions, sir. It is not something that my parents would give me if they really have. They understand that I wouldn't spend things on tribal things. They know me.
Okay, so like they in the college canteen, some of your friends get together and they say, Rahul, aaj ka party tere se, So what do you do?
Sir, I happened to fall in such situation. It was fine. I paid for that. I had money. Like, it is not like that I don't have spare money. I don't have money other than what I get for the fees and other things. I have money few times. Like, as of now, I have money around 4,000 to 5,000, and that's what I have saved. And it's not a problem, sir. Sorry, sir.
Save from what?
Let's say, sir, I'll tell you the thing. Let's say my parents have given me 2,000 rupees for the ration, and the ration costed around 1,500 or 1,600 or 1,700. 300 rupees is left. That's for me, sir. Okay. That's a convenience charges.
That convenience charges you charge from your parents.
Yes, sir.
For your service. Huh?
Yes, sir. I would say that.
So you are running GST.
Yes, sir. That's a convenience. There are charges of the service.
Okay. So, how many times have you got scolding from your parents? Like, your sisters are doing outstandingly well when the profile is there and you are not performing. What was your father saying and what was your mother saying?
Sir, I would be very honest. This was the very first time I cleared a competition exam, sir. Prior to that, sir, I used to get not scolded, sir, because my parents have a mindset that they would say, no, not they would say, but I got to hear this when I cleared my, not cleared, when I was done with my 12th class. They said that एक बच्चा 18 साल से ऊपर का हो जाता है ना, उसके बाद में उसको ना ज्ञान देने की जरूरत नहीं है, उसको डांटने की जरूरत नहीं है, because he knows what he's doing. So if we scold you, this is of no use. So they wouldn't scold me, but they would tell me कि यहाँ थोड़ा देख ले, शायद गलत जा रहा है तू. But I would say, because I have been someone who take guidance. If I believe I'm going wrong, I would agree. But if I believe that I am going right, so I'll go with my decision only, sir. So they wouldn't scold me. They would just guide me कि बेटा यहाँ देख ले, शायद तू गलत कर रहा है शायद. So it has been like that, sir.
So, like when your marks came for 12th standard and all, what did your father say?
He was sad. He was disappointed. But at that moment of time, yes, he was disappointed. But he believed that, even I believed, and everybody believed that I would clear NDA exam and I would get into the academy. That didn't happen, sir. But I tell you one incident, sir. After I gave my last attempt of NDA, I prepared very hard, sir. But I believe the strategy was not right, so I couldn't clear. My dad called me and he said, he was on duty and he called me and said, I'm sorry. He called me and said, बेटा मैं खुश हूँ तेरी प्रिपरेशन के साथ, मुझे कोई शिकायत नहीं है तुझसे, अभी ना सोल्जर की तरह ज्वाइन कर ले, इट इज फाइन, यू एंड लेटर यू कैन बिकम एन ऑफिसर थ्रू ACC एंट्री एंड अदर एंट्रीज. I was so low in energy and I was tired. Then I agreed to him ki, okay, Papa, I'll join, no problem. After a few days, Satish Bhaiya, my cousin, he called me, and he's someone who has taken care of me since we met. So he called me and he told, "Aur bhai, what have you thought after this? कौन सा college join करना है?" I have been honest with him. I told him, Bhaiya, I'm joining army as a soldier. I have to start preparing for that now. He told me that, Bhai, aisa hai, things are not as easy as you think. You will become soldier, fine. But becoming an officer through ACC entry is again not easy. It will be easier through the civilian manner because you'll get many entries through that and you can go for engineering and other things. And that thing just came to me as a shock because he's someone I have listened to as an idol, I can say. So I gave it a thought and I asked my sister also at that moment of time, ki, kya karna chahiye? What do you think? So again, she asked me, what do you think? Tujhe kya lagta hai? Mujhe lagta hai you can do this. And again, I got the calling that, bhai, kar lega. Don't let yourself fall. Don't let your belief fall. So I told my father, Papa, मैं कर लूंगा. अगर कुछ भी नहीं ना लाइफ में तो एटलीस्ट आप पे वजन नहीं बनूंगा. That's what these were the exactly same words I said. I will never become your responsibility, Papa. At the right time, I'll get the job, any job, if not the officer, but any job. So he believed me, and here I am, sir. I believe if I see the Rahul I was at the age of 18 or 19, there's a very big difference, sir. I couldn't even speak in front of people who I became, who were superior to me, and you people are very superior. So if I'm confident today, if I'm able to speak with calmness, so this is the belief I had in me. So I
what
believe.
kind of preparation did you go through for clearing your CDS exam?
I did it on myself, on my own, sir. I took few coachings, but I felt later that they were useless. They would speak, do smart work. You don't have to, work hard. But later I realized smart work happens after you have done hard work. If you have prepared your own notes, then only you can do smart work. Before that, you have to, work on yourself by your own. So with guidance, I bought few books which are very good books. They're ideal books for their respective subjects. So I studied on my own, sir.
Okay. So what kind of activities you participate at home in which you get
Yes, sir. I help my mother. I get milk. I live in a semi-rural area, sir. Chidawa is not a urban area. It is a semi-rural area as I see this, sir. So I live in the outskirts of Chidawa. As of now, it is called outskirts, but soon it will get roads and other things. So in the morning at around 5:30, I go for getting the milk. I have a dog, sir. I have a pet, Labrador. I take him for a walk. Then the day goes like that, and whatever work my mother has for me, or my father, or any other work, I get it done when I go to the market for gym and other things. That's all, sir.
Great. So, well, that gives me a fair idea about your family. Now, I would be interested in knowing about your hobbies, leisure time activities, etc. in detail. Suppose you have access to television, what do you like to watch? And if you have facility to access internet, How do you make use of it? I would also be interested in knowing about your routine on a working day and a holiday.
Yes, sir. Sir, my hobbies. I like to read books, sir. I even watch Conversation, which is also known as a podcast, which is growing these days, where two prominent people, if you see them prominent, they would talk about their life or their experience or their education background or their work. And these are the two. Watching podcasts is my interest, sir, not a hobby. So I would watch that in my spare time whenever I have time. The next thing, my routine, sir. As of now, since last 1 month, I have not been able to follow a routine, but I try to wake up at 4 a.m. every day. So as to, I believe that if you wake up early, you gain the day. So that is one thing I follow, and I'm not working, so I'm preparing also only. So yes, sir. There is, as of now, I'm not following a routine, sir. There are a few other things I have to finish, and then after a week, I'll get time to follow my routine. But still, I wake up at 4 a.m., sir. I sleep early. I'll be very honest, sir. I'm a little nervous today. So can you please tell me the next question?
No, it's
I
perfect.
answered the two questions.
Telling. So what kind of books you read? You have been a big reader of novels and all. So
I would say not a big reader, sir, but interested in reading books which would polish my my interest. I would say, sir, I'm someone who would read books which, I'll be very honest, I read spiritual books, sir. I would read a few military books also I have read. Recently, I'm not done with the book, but I'm at the end of the book. I read Forest of Enchantments. It's a book written by Chitra Banerjee. If I may talk about the book, sir.
yeah, please.
Yeah. So that book gives, it's a Ramayana, sir. But what we have seen Ramayana through the eyes of Lord Rama and Lakshman. Lakshman, I'm sorry. So this book is about the Ramayana through Sita Mata's eyes. What she faced, what trouble she felt, what all a female goes through in her life, all through her life, basically. So before that, I read a book called Aghori. It was written by a person named writer Mayur Kalbag. So that book gives us idea of who are Aghoris. They are again, that book was written to clear the perception of Aghoris in general public. That we see that they are cannibals and they are people who are completely, against the social order and law, things like that. But that book clears our idea of what they do and other things. And again, I am not a very good, a reader, very good of a reader, but I like to read books, sir. I try to read every day, sir. That's what I would say.
Okay. And what about your televisions? What do you like to watch on TV?
Sir, I do not watch television. Second, now I remember. Second question was about the internet. Sir, as of now, I would watch YouTube. The things which, again, as I said, I watch podcasts in my spare time. So that is one thing I would watch when I get time. And as of now, I'm also studying about the SSB thing. Whatever the right thing I can watch on YouTube. And that's two main things I'm doing on YouTube as of now these days.
Okay. Now tell me something about your strong points and also certain aspects of your personality that you feel you need to improve upon.
Yes, sir. Sir, strong point, the way I see this, I would tell that I am someone, if I believe I can do this, I will do this, sir. I will go on the track. Even though people would say, nahi bhai, nahi ho payega tujhse, ye mat kar. I would go on the track. If I believe, if I get that calling, bhai tu kar lega, so I would go on the track. I'm someone who never tries to, betray in a manner. I don't like to cheat. I always try to keep my principles high, sir. I mean, I know this is not the age. This might not be the age to say all these big things, but I'm someone who will try to learn. Yeah, this is also one thing I can add, that I'm a learner, sir. I always try to polish my personality, learn new things from new people, even whoever it is, even a sweeper or a prime minister or president, anybody you can be, I believe you can learn anything from anybody. So that's the third thing. Things I want to improve in myself, sir. I believe I am someone who would say whatever is in my heart, not to hurt. I know the manner to not to hurt other people, but I sometimes I feel I need to get a little political in a manner to. Sometimes I have felt that I have hurt people in my opinion, even though I wanted them to improve only. But I felt that I need to get a little political to one, save my savings. Second, I am someone who used to say yes to anybody, whatever help came to me. I mean, whatever need the person help, I said yes, and I'm improving on that. These are the two weaknesses. Third would be, I feel I need to increase or improve my focus. I have someone who used to be very distracted, even with a trivial thing or a small thing which is not required, which is completely unnecessary, I would get distracted. So I've improved on this thing, but still I believe I have to keep improving. Yes, sir. As of now, I can say three things only.
Okay. Say, suppose hypothetically there is a situation, you are preparing for your CDS and this thing, and your next door neighbor, they are having a very loud music and they are playing and they're disturbing you. What actions will you take?
This is something I've been dealing with, sir, because I believe that is my focus. If my focus is very good, nothing can distract me. So initially, I wouldn't get distracted. I mean, if I talk about the Rahul right now, I wouldn't get distracted. I wouldn't spoil their party or their fun. If at all I get distracted, I would go and simply go and ask them, please put the volume a little low so that I can also study and you can also enjoy. These are the things I.
But they don't agree. You come back and they play again.
Sir, if it is a wrong timing, if it is about after 10, I would complain, sir. Because in Rajasthan, it is not even Rajasthan, I think it is all over the nation that after 10, you cannot play loud music.
Yeah,
so I would complain, sir.
They will tell you not to do that. They're having a party once in a while. The entire family has come. A lot of members have come from abroad and all. So one night, you should have prepared for your exams. You know that it is coming through. What is a big harm?
Sir, our country has made a law, sir. So
yeah, they say that compromise on it. No, it's only one night. We don't party every day.
If that is the case, if they tell me very smoothly and very sweetly, if they request me, I have done this a few times, sir. I went to my friend's place and I studied there. I would do this.
And you allow them to play the music?
Yes, sir. I would allow them. If I have my individual reason, if I have my reason only, then I would compromise on that part, sir.
Okay. Now, one more situation. I give you your best friend is there, and there is a movie that has come in your town. And it's a movie that both of you desperately wants to see. Okay. Now, his father has given him money for some work. And some money is left. And he says, Chal bhai, today we'll go and watch this movie, and we all wanted to see it. We have spare money. What will you do?
I have spare money, na, sir?
Your friend has.
Okay.
He is taking you.
If I am free, sir, my friend knows if I am busy, I will
come. Free. So he is telling you that chalte hain, it's a very good movie. Today we are free, and father has given me some money for some work. That work has got over, and I have some balance left.
I would go, sir. There's no harm in going.
No harm in going. And there you go, their ticket, they are selling in black. And you people desperately want to see it.
Sir, I
And
believe
money
we
is
are.
sufficient. Money is sufficient.
Sir, I will never buy the black ticket, sir. I have been
But he
that person.
says, come with me, I need a company and I'm paying for it.
Sir, my friend knows me and I know my friend that we are not that desperate for anything. We can sacrifice.
I'm just giving a hypothetical situation. It's a movie, it's a marvel. Like, it's a technological marvel or it's an Oscar award. Some good movie, like, where you have heard about it. It's kind of a very gripping story and something like that. So what do you do? And he says, like, I can afford.
Sir, I would tell him, very first thing, this thing has happened earlier in my life. So my friend knows, again, I would repeat the same thing, sir. There is nothing, it is not killing us, sir. The desperation is not killing us, sir. We can have patience. At this age, if I'm not having patience to watch a movie I can watch it next week. But again, I won't take tickets in black, sir.
Okay, fair enough. Tell me something like, you are going for a college picnic. There are some girls also, this thing, and a group of burly gundas come over. And they start eve teasing and whistling and all of the girls. What do you do?
If we are in the city, sir, I would stop the bus and we'll try to make them get off the bus, sir. And that's what I see, sir. If we are in the city, if we can manage a stop, not just manage, sir. We can only stop the bus and we'll make them get down off the bus.
Whom?
The person who are misbehaving.
No, that you have reached a picnic spot and you all are there, and then this group comes and they do all this kind of things, activities, whistling and catcalling and all that. So,
yes, sir. Firstly, I would go to them and would ask them to behave in a manner. It is not the right thing to, it is not just that these are my classmates, these girls are my classmates, so they can behave here. It is that you have to behave everywhere. I would tell them
they
to
push you,
not behave in that manner.
They push you away.
Then the next thing I would do, I would call the guards there or the police. And if they are not armed, sir, we boys are there, sir. We can handle the situation.
Yeah. But the girls will get scared.
Sir, that is one thing. They might get scared, but they're safe now, sir. We are not misbehaving. We are safeguarding them only, sir.
So you will call the police.
Sorry, sir.
So what do you do? Final action will be what?
Yes, sir. We'll take that responsibility in our hands, and plus I'll also call the police. I wouldn't let them go just like that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that was lovely interacting with you, Rahul. You have anything that you have to ask? I have asked you many questions. If you have anything to ask, you can ask me.
Sir, yes, sir. I have something to ask, sir. Same, sir. For me also, it was a lovely conversation, sir. Sir, how was your experience of the Navy, sir? Like, I have very few people in my family who have served in the Navy, but I have not got a chance to interact with them. I have felt the life of the Army because, as I told my many people in my family in the Army. So I would love to know your experience.
So it has been lovely, and it's like, as you said, it's a way of life. So it's the same in Navy also. It's a way of life. It's very nice service, and we also equally enjoy, like our counterparts in Army and Air Force. You get to see India as a country. You get posted around, so you have a different exposure. So it is very nice indeed. Lovely. So thank you very much, Rahul. Pleasure. All the best.
Okay.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir. Now let's all unmute ourselves. Anmol, start. Let me have a feedback.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, sir, basically, sir, I found it a very honest interview, sir. Basically, Bhaiya was speaking whatever. He was literally pouring his heart, sir. And that is what I believe is firmly required, sir, in an interview, as far as I know, sir. So that was the first point, sir. That is the positive, sir, I would count. The second positive, sir, I would count is the answers, sir. I found them quite mature, sir. Like whenever some situation was given or some sort of questions were asked, sir, I found the answers, sir, as far as my knowledge, sir, very mature, sir.
Okay.
And sir, a few areas, sir, I would say, sir, I found the general awareness, sir, that can be worked upon, sir. Otherwise, sir, I believe it was a good interview, I would say.
Okay. So you said now all his actions are matured, is it?
Yes, sir, I found them quite
Okay,
good,
very
sir.
nice, very nice. So let's have the now Sakshi.
So I have few good points and few I can say where he was lacking. I found him very honest, and the way of talking, he was very nice to him, and he has self-confident, and he spent time with his friend and neighbor. This thing I like about him, and few points where I found him that he was lacking. He was speaking much, which I can say I'm feeling like bit verbose, and he is a. I have a doubt where he was saying that it is my strength that no can distract me. I'm very determined, that type of, and somewhere he said that I am very distractive person. So this thing. And the third thing, sir, he want to go army, but he was bit not aware about the serious name and the chief of army, sir.
Yeah.
And sir, and that one thing again where he was saying that I need to be political in manner. I don't think so that he should be. And the other point is, sir, I think he should be. He shouldn't 100% depend on his parents for his needs, which I personally believe, because we all are 23, 24 at this age. We are able to manage to fulfill our need. So this thing I like about him. And when the sir was asking if such things happen where your friend is asking you to watch the money sometimes, I think, sir, personally, he should have told that we should first will inform to his father that we got money, we will not spend there. I mean, this is the first thing which we should be honest to our parents that we got this much money. What can we do for this money? That's it.
Okay, very nice. Who is 199? You आपका ही है, साक्षी? This one is 46 ED 199. Who किसका है? Hello. अच्छा, SK. अच्छा, SK sir. Now let's have it, sir. From your views. SK sir. Sharma, Karan Sharma, let's have your views.
Unmuted.
Unmute yourself, sir. Karan, yeah. Let's have your views, Karan Sharma. Hello, Karan Sharma, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Rahul, I heard your interview.
Just 15 minutes दो, सुनो, 15 minutes दो, just 10-15 minutes, okay? Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
हाँ, बोलो. Rahul, it was a good interview by Captain Shashir, and you have brought out many things which you personally had acquired so far, and it was one-to-one talk, and we were all listening. We have got our observations with us. We will one by one we will ask you about these observations. My first observation, you have said, what I feel about you is that you are a very confident person. There is a very thin line between confidence and overconfident.
Yes, sir.
You know that?
Yes, sir.
So I have understood your father has been in ASC. How does ASC supply arms to the army?
Sir, transport.
So you have said no, weapons were being transferred. So you are a cantonment kid, you know. You are a son of a soldier who is already serving, or he might have retired, I don't know. You have to have his knowledge along with you. You will be given grace marks for this. But if you say he was supplying arms, so there is a indication that either you are manipulating something or you don't know anything about army.
Right, sir.
Tell you very. Please correct yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
The second, what Shakshi has brought out is very true. If your mother has given you 2,000 rupees to buy grocery and the grocery is 1,500 rupees, do you fall back to her and tell her that, look, 500 rupees is there with me? I don't
Yes,
think
sir.
so.
Yes, sir. Every time I show her the receipt also that this is much is left to me.
Showing receipt is different. Showing receipt to a lady, she might not even bother. She is only interested in the article brought forward. She will never say receipt. And moreover, you are her son, so she will have to have 100% confidence in you that what you are saying is correct. But on your
Yes,
part, to ensure that your integrity is without any scratch, you should tell her that 500 rupees is balanced with me, which you don't say.
I say, sir. I say it, sir.
Achha, you have told her that 500 rupees is balanced with me.
Every time, sir.
Every time. Okay. So, I mean, otherwise you don't ask, I mean, pocket money, something like that.
No, sir. Like I'll give you one example, sir. Sir, whenever if I left, I'm left with the balance of 500, say, and I have to buy a T-shirt. I like a T-shirt and I really need it. I only buy when I need it, sir. So I wouldn't ask my parents. I'm left with the 500 from the ration thing. I will buy from that thing only, sir. So my mother knows, as I said, that I am honest with the money.
Listen to me. In money matters, you have to be 100% judicious, whether you are dealing with your parents or with your friends or with your peers, whosoever it is. So
Yes,
in
sir.
army also, you will be given bloody thousands and thousands of rupees to spend. And if you
Yes, sir.
said, 500 rupees usne rakha hua, 500 rupees usne rakha, I know, that I know will not do. You have to be very categoric about your spending, and everything will be audited. Later on, when you will fill up the book, it will be audited. And you will be asked a question if you have not been able to clarify the transaction which you have done. So be
Yes,
very
sir.
clear.
What sir is trying to say, Rahul, is whose money is that? It is your parents' money.
It is
Yes,
not
sir.
your, you have got no right on that money.
So
Yes, sir.
they have the right to get that money back. You need it, you ask for it.
Yes, sir.
And you tell her, yes, I have kept 500 rupees because I am looking for a T-shirt. This T-shirt is worn out. When I'll go to the market, I buy one and I'll show it to you. So
Yes,
this,
That's what Sakshi is also bringing out, that once till the time you are with your parents, it is their money. They have the first right. You have to be
Yes, sir.
taking their permission before spending it on yourself.
Sir, I do that.
That is trying to say.
okay.
I do that, sir.
नहीं देखिए दोनों में बहुत फर्क है. अगर आप ये कहेंगे मैंने पैसे लिए, मैं गया सब्जी लेकर आया, I will hand over the money to my mother. I'll square up the account कि ये 100 रुपए इसके लगे, 400 रुपए ये वापस गए. Now when I need to buy a T-shirt, I will ask her, I have seen a T-shirt, it costs so much. Can you spare me the money? Again, the choice is with my mother to say yes or no.
Okay, sir.
What you are doing is you are saving the money, or rather keeping the money with you, and you are spending it. Whereas the money right is with the parents. It's their money.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
That is what sir is trying to bring out.
Plus, I want to add one more thing, sir, if you allow. Shall I add, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm someone who, if you talk about the army, sir, in future, if I get money.
Rahul, be in present. Future we have not seen.
Rahul,
Yes, sir.
the interview is over. Let's have the feedback. What do you want to talk
Sure,
about?
sir.
That will separate. Let's not deviate from the point around it. What do you want to
Sir,
say?
actually, I
That's the
wanted
one.
to ask only.
No, that ask is that here. That's not part of it. Let's have the feedback.
Okay,
now.
sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, sir.
Okay.
And next is, why did you have this haircut? And just I mean, a young
he has gone bold like me, and that's why he has taken a
I'm
haircut.
sorry, sir.
So,
long time to go by.
that's unfortunate. He's thinking a lot now because he has to do a lot of things. So he told me that he has got bald. That's why he got to take a haircut, and he was very happy to see it. I'm like you. I said, don't become like me, right? Okay, right, sir. Chalo.
Achha, you have said about hobbies. You said I read books.
Yes, sir.
That has been handled badly on this. So don't talk about hobbies are badly handled.
Okay,
So
okay.
there's no point on his talking about it that he has been trying to be all around.
Yes.
So there's no point of it. That's a bad.
Okay. Now coming down to the Shakshi has brought out very rightly that you are trying to go for an army SSB and you don't know the name of Chief of Army Staff.
That he has to have the both knowledge of the current as well as that situation, service knowledge he has to have.
Rather, you should have told about pretty 3 stages downwards that these were the bloody army officers who have risen to a Chief of Army Staff.
Not only that,
Cantonment.
yours is a family tradition of army.
Yes.
Grandfather, father, yourself from there. And if you don't know what the subset, any organization going for interview, you ought to study about that organization. And if you don't study, failure
I will grill you 10 times more.
And you are your tradition of father, grandfather, father, and all. Now you can't afford to be going away.
Then I mean your friend circle is only 2. I don't know how you allow yourself to move around. That is 2 is very less number.
No, he did say that he has got many friends, but 2 of them are close friends. But in any case, only one friend is from his childhood, another from his college days. So that's the unfortunate portion. He has to have the friend from every level. You have to have friends from school. You have to have from college. You have to every stage you pick up friends around. It's not that only one. And not only that, reasons for your being friends, that is still not appropriate.
Yes.
That point I was looking for. I mean, it didn't come out anywhere. You also said
inappropriate.
That was also slightly, wishy-washy, I'll tell you very frankly.
Totally inappropriate, totally inappropriate. There's no doubt. Reasons for being friend, it is not only because he is going to help me or he is going to guide me. Guidance is only one aspect. Why do we become friends? Birds of the same feather flock together. That is what the famous things we go over.
Lastly, when I ask you a question that suppose you don't make it to CDS or you don't make to CAPF, if you don't, then you say, I will go into UPSC. I'm a UPSC aspirant. If you are a UPSC aspirant and you have never read a bloody newspaper, you don't update your current affairs. What is a UPSC aspirant does? I am not really.
What current Sarma is trying to tell you on the very, you ought to show past indicates the future.
If you talk,
it's extrapolation. Extrapolate. If you do not know today anything current way, how do you expect it tomorrow to do well on that? They what I'm trying to put.
You will do it this way tomorrow or after. I have not got that. That's all, and I wish you are quite confident. I'll tell you very frankly, and you should make the grade. I think that you will try to improve whatever little feedbacks we are giving it to you. This should be for your.
Okay, right. As well, before Sushi takes on from there, let me just tell you very simply. Very first, you started off reasonably well when you talked about Chirawa, and you did talk about. You could have talked a bit more around that, since you have got such a. You said that all those Bidlas and Piramals they are all from the place around there. If they are so, then what is the contribution to Chirawa? That you have not talked about Chirawa, you only simply talked about that sweets and other aspect, and one is school, old school that you talked about it. That any place that you are, you ought to know. He has given freedom. That is time you should go logically from A to other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. That has not been handled well. Even you had all that wanted to take on. Next, the very first CIQ that he started off from this system is straightway say, I was not very mature and I did not study well. And the very first, you have hit wicket. You're already out very first time. Very first, you are putting foot in your mouth straight away. Very first time say, no, I was not doing well and all particular thing, education, you talked about it. And rather than go sequentially, as I said, CIP is supposed to, all questions are supposed to be answered from the beginning to the end. You started from jumping in between, you came back to the friends, came back to, I'm jumping to, he stayed with jump to teachers, and teachers also talk Gopa madam, and she's only because she was good because of novel reading, she must read novel. Is that the only thing for which you like a teacher? Only because she is very investigative and find out all mischief that you do it. So the reason for finding a good teacher is not at all appropriate. Totally inappropriate reasons that you go to why you like Gopa madam and another. So that second one, Mahipal, you handled well. Slightly okay, I'll give you that because you said that in order to do something, you have to have extra energy. Stamina, you have to be much higher than what is expected on there. But that is one aspect. That is so only one teaching. Problem is, why do you like a teacher? He has to be a good teacher. Teacher means what? He is in a position to impart knowledge. He is a person who handles with care. So the teacher is not only one point for which you have to be there. Very badly handled. And secondly, you just skipped over. He had asked you the percentage, you never gave out the percentage of the subject that he chose. The reason for selecting the subject, you never talked about it. Then future career option, we are supposed to answer which you didn't give it at all. He has been prodding you later on, and as I told you, interviewing officer will come back to the same question until you answer. He will come back after 10 minutes. But he asked you the motive, where you came back. I'm going to do CDS and all the aspect that you came back. Your UPSC and the CAPF and all, that you should have answered. That is the time. So very badly handled around that. Even they can improve. You said you first and foremost you are talked about it. You are jumping. You have to say, my friends are they need when in chaos they come to me. That is why do you have to use that word chaos. It means what? You're always this here. The word you have used is chaos. Whenever in chaos, I'm or they are there with me. And that chaos is created by whom? By you and yourself. If you are being indecisive and they are trying to help you, okay, you go and take, you couldn't afford to justify what you wanted to convey. First and foremost, then Azad. हाँ उसको आने देना जस्ट उनको बोलो वहीं पर 5 मिनट रुकेंगे 5 मिनट के बाद वहीं बोलो बैठा देना 5 मिनट में आ जाऊंगा घर में ठीक है ओके नहीं आप आने दो उसको एंट्री कर आने दो ठीक है ओके so this is the so you say you are and every time you are not paying attention at all. At least 4-5 times you have said that please repeat the question. That indicates what? Reasoning ability, I said, is gone. And the interviewing officer starts thinking of passing candidate only if the reasoning ability is in place. Reasoning ability is to grasp. G for grasp, I for inquiry, R for receptivity, L for logic. So if your receptivity itself is bad, then that's gone. And rightly, Sakshi rightly put, you tend to be verbose. You are just trying to jump in. I'm just bumping into you. I'm just bolna hai. Think before you have to respond, not react. And before he asks the question, we started answering what because something which is there, you just want to speak. You've spoken for a good number of times without it had no meaning. You attempt to be verbose. You require help and assistance. You have jumped the queue. Attention is missing. You yourself have remained depressed. You are outwardly you are trying to talk bubbly, but inside there's a lot of anxiety unto you. There's a lot of anxiety, and anxiety has taken a place. You yourself can not. This is what you say. Now then you say Gunda gang. When you say it's a formal interview. What is the Gunda gang which you have to trying to talk about it? And then you say likely to you are likely to. It also gives the impression you are likely to break rules. There seemed a certain quite a bit of rigidity in your thought and ideas. There's rigidity of thought and ideas, and when opens up the answer, then again you require help and assistance. And you are talking about transparent. Word you says qualities are great, guide and transparent. You don't select people, whatever that friends only for being transparent, is it?
No, sir.
So this again you come back here, unaware of current affairs. We have already talked about it. I said, think before you speak. You are not all self goal. आप अपने self goal लगा रहे हो. You are just self goal लगा रहे हो, ना? Hit wicket, self goals. You are just hitting yourself. Okay. Then you says, I give better ideas. My parents think that I am a better person later on. What does it mean? Initially, they don't like my idea. Later on, they tell me that your ideas are better. What does it mean? You are not, you have all our last 3 CIQ avoided the question in totality. He had asked you to, in what way you are involved in the day-to-day affair of a family. You simply talk, getting a milk is only one aspect of it. You couldn't even talk about it. How do you spend your quality time with your parents when the family around there? You say only that we are a good family. That doesn't indicate that you have got that. Okay, so you have started. You talked about I get money for gym and supplement. At no time you don't get money for gym and supplement here. You could have asked for money for books, studies, coaching. That's okay. Gyms and supplement, what does it indicate? Your priorities are different. Your prioritizing totally wrong. And say then you talked about smart work. I like the word when you smart work rather than only comes after hard work. Probably you're learning. Only one thing good about it, you are trying to improve from what you were to past to present. And if you continue, the trajectory for improvement is there as far as you are concerned. Trajectory for improvement. And that trajectory for improvement, if you continue, well, you can afford to make a dent. I'm not talking, there is a tendency for you to improve. That's a way it quite indicates when even graduation is 58% to come, you could 72%. That's a clear indicator that you are improving even from class 10th to 12th to graduation. Even that's fair enough. Hobbies, you have mucked it up totally. You are trying to know again. Just धोखा दे रहे हो, आंख में धोखा दे रहे हो कि I am talking about the books that you are taken, and then you are talking about the books. Chitra's book, who's a Sita Mata ke nama mein, and then you are talking about Aghori. What is the use of? You have to read the books which are of good people, good writer, good system. That simply indicates you're just trying to just it's a wrong thing. Totally unacceptable. No, you require improvement. There's you have to stretch yourself. You have got capabilities. Once you have realized that you can do well, you have to go stretch yourself and go beyond it. I think that's the only thing I'll tell you. You seem to having capabilities. You seem to having getting into the right mode. Irrespective of what was the past. Past certainly indicates is no one will looking at. Look at a PIQ. I'm telling very frankly, no interviewing officer will ever like to pass you straight initially. I'm very, very frankly telling you, there's absolutely no doubt about looking at the PIQ and the way you've answered around there, no one will ever try and pass you. But yes, if you would have given the road ahead in a better way, better smart way, yes, you have got the, because now you seem to be a bit more confident. You are trying to put in a bit more of hard work, and you seem to be interested in doing something well in life. You try to bring in all your friends like Colonel Satish and all the people who are trying to impress people. By talking about all the things you are trying to impress. That doesn't serve. It is your own work which matters rather than your family and the people in and around. You did talk about I have got good friends who are the connectivity, then they are all doing well. There are 21 people, I can't afford to do it. So what does it mean? You have not been able to find a path of yourself till now. Overall, you got to improve. You have got time for yourself. Analyze yourself. You are fortunate that you have had an interviewing officer like Captain Sisi around there and Captain Sharma, all the people who have been guiding across. Please take advantage of it and go ahead. That's the only thing I'll tell you.
Yes, sir.
And if you analyze it well, if you analyze this interview very well, that will give you what you should really be doing it. Okay, now hand over to
I'll
the
improve, sir.
for anything. Shashir, all yours.
There was total disconnect between the questions asked and the responses given. And that is
that none of the CI questions that they asked, you have answered it properly. None of the questions. None of the questions. Okay.
because you were putting in a lot of effort to impress rather than.
Yes,
You need is exhibition. You want to exhibit yourself. Exhibition.
Yes.
That is the need which is there.
एंड इम्प्रेस वही करने की कोशिश ज्यादा कर रहा होता है जिसको थोड़ी सी एंजाइटी है या अपने पे कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है. इसीलिए शर्मा सर ने बोला देयर इज थिन लाइन डिफरेंस बिटवीन कॉन्फिडेंस एंड ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस. कॉन्फिडेंट बंदा वो होता है जो उतना ही बोलता है जितना उसके पास है. ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट वो इंसान होता है जिसका 10 रुपए का शेयर को 100 रुपए में बेच रहा होता है. उसकी वैल्यू जो है 10 rupees है, but he is trying to project. That's why sir was mentioning about overconfidence. You have to understand this.
Yes, sir.
Whatever marks you have scored, it's a fact.
Not only that, he is not over.
It's okay.
He is underconfident. Outwardly, he is trying to put up a face of being overconfident, but internally, he is still underconfident.
Second thing you have to understand, what you call hard work may not be actually a hard work. It might be waste of time.
Yes.
And you're getting my point. I am saying it in a way like, see, I'm preparing for army. The first thing I will go is ask my father, because he's the most genuine person who will be guiding me selflessly.
Yes, sir.
About aspects of army. Now you are coming for interview for a job. You have somebody in the family who is already in the job. Okay. And there are a lot of interactions I would have done with my father. Because his exposure of so many years on ground would have given me a lot of insights into about army. Now you are a candidate coming for army from an army background. And my expectation from you was much more in comparison to anybody else.
Yes, sir.
But you gave up and then it happened like that.
Not that, even the point that he
more, mentioning that he's a bit apolitical. Army is apolitical. You should not say no word about politics should be used in your when you are being questioned or when you are making an answer. Don't try to show off. Political or no political, that's a different issue. We are not checking whether this gentleman is good to become an MP or he is going to become a party candidate. That is not required. I mean, please, I personally feel so that you should not use this particular word. I'm a bit political in this way. I am political. No, that is not required. You have to be absolutely clear in your mind and in your heart that I am only a candidate which is as true as I am standing in front of you.
Yes.
and both
Yes, sir.
that is what that the religion has given this. Services does not pass to religion.
I'm sorry, sir. Your voice is not audible, sir.
I said, two books that you have talked about, religious book. Sutras book, you talked about the Sita Mata's Interview of Ramayana, and other book that you talked about, Gori. Again, religion, politics, they are taboo in the services. You can't talk about that, those aspects.
Number 3,
Yes, sir.
remember, you are 23-year-old. Now, when a 23-year-old boy talks and a 17-year-old boy talks, there has to be a difference. Even dealing with those hypothetical situations, you should have the maturity to understand and discriminate between what is right and what is wrong. As a 23-year-old, because now you are an adult, and by constitution, you are eligible to select president of India also. So I am expecting a certain level of understanding.
Maturity. So today, it's a mental age. Mental age has to be much superior now. That is what mental intelligence is today.
because अभी भी आप जो है वही सोच के चल रहे हो, which is not entirely true. So somewhere you have to do a bit of introspection after this interview, like you were not your natural self. Let me be what Sirs and everyone has brought out. You were trying to project something which you felt is an ideal candidate in your eyes. You thought that this is the right way of going through the interview and I will impress someone. Okay. So
Getting your point, sir.
You may have to do a bit of introspection, what feedbacks my seniors have given you, because this is where it lacked. 23-year-old, not maturity.
Understand, Rahul. It is supposed to be check of personality. And you have to bring out every word is a resource to you. Every sentence is a resource to you. And these resources should be used to bring out those 15 qualities. And the first quality which we have talked about is intelligence, is related to effective intelligence, reasoning ability, organizing ability. And that is itself you have gone wrong. Second, first, at no places we have been in a position 5 years of good human. Means what? Social adaptability, cooperation, and sense of responsibility. At your face of it, in your sense of responsibility, very poor because you have not done well at all in your study. And yourself there, I'm not a very good student as such. So sense of responsibility is gone. Social adaptability, nowhere you are in a position to bring out that you could be socially adaptable, but not in one place. Cooperation, we have not seen any place where he talks about cooperation. I don't think Sisi would be supposed to tell me. I have not found one instance where you have talked, you are cooperating with people. So the other 6.5 qualities we talk about reasoning ability, sense of social adaptability, cooperation, sense of responsibility got missing. Then you talk about liveliness. The next question, liveliness. Liveliness, you are under anxiety, so you are not lively. You are showing outwardly. There's a lot of anxiety comes into liveliness. Is in spite of all the problems, you remain afloat. That you are liveliness. And you are not afloat. That is 4 qualities. Reasoning ability, 3 of the social part, 4 liveliness, 5 courage. Probably you are phone okay. And we can't maintain around there. And mental stamina. Again, it's a low. So now after 6.5 quality, we call it where the 4 points with us, so what with that, where the people declared angularity. It comes to the angularity point of view. And if it's angularity, no person will ever triumph you. Heaven will fall, they will not allow to pass. So if this 6.5 quality, you cannot afford to falter. Sure, Cecil, anything you want to add?
No, sir. That's all.
Okay. Any question now? No. From your side?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm grateful to all of you. I think thanks, Captain Cecil. I think he's in spite of all his issues he has found and he's conducted really well. I think I'm thankful to him. Only one. I think you have Cecil have put Rahul in a big problem. So you think about it, and that was too much of pressure onto him, onto the candidate itself. And that really put him. And many places, that is what the interview officer. They will not tell you that. They will keep studying you.
Yes.
And they will not ask you to think about it. It's okay. Don't worry. You go to the next one and come to the same question again after 10 minutes.
Yes.
So that has created a process. Aim is again to break the facade that you are putting on. That is aim is there. So every interview officer is going to one way to breaking that facade. Okay.
एक छोटा सा पॉइंट था, थोड़ा सा सीरियसनेस को भी रखना था. इजी होते गए as you were forgetting. Instead of you becoming more alert कि मैं अगली बार नहीं मिस करूंगा, you were becoming more and more casual.
Not only alert. Let me just tell you very simply. You have to put. It is interview officer will let you. He is the person, and he's very nice, very good. He is only telling you, and you are following the plate to him, and you are bringing out all your weaknesses to him in front of him. Who had told you to bring up all those? I was not good at initial studies and I didn't want to do it. I haven't been good at study. Why are you telling them? You are in defense. Where's the need? You have fallen total prey to the interview. Also, I put in up initially. मैं पहले ही जाता defense में करता हूँ यार. वो कौन करता है गलती? जो कमजोर होता है पहले defense लेके बैठा रहता है यार. इससे कि मेरे ऊपर मारे ना. Okay.
Got your point, sir.
Okay, to get into that, you would tend to be. I agree with Sakshi when said you talked about you're verbose. You are talking unnecessary. You're not. I say you think before you speak. I gave an example. They said like you should be like a trained dog. You speak what is expected at the right time, and you are like a street dog who kept on speaking all left right. And that you kept on talking all places which are irrelevant, so not literally right. Every word that you speak, you should be able to contribute towards your personality and towards the interview. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think
Yes.
Sakshi and Anmol have done something. Okay. Right then. Thanks a lot. Thank you,
Thank you so
I'm
much, sir.
grateful to Captain Sharma for his sparing his time. And Captain Sisi, I'm grateful to you. Both
Thank
of
you.
down there. And
Not-
I'll extend. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Bye. We meet at other people. We meet at 7 o'clock in the evening. Okay. Bye.